taking a look at a couple things just popped up there. Taking a look at our homework for 6.3, graphing with the intercepts. This is on page 319 of the text. So you'll need to look at your text for this one for sure. Identify the x and y intercepts. So this is pretty straightforward stuff, I think. This is your y-intercept. This is your x-intercept. Okay, so your y-intercept is 4. Your x-intercept is -2. In B and C, do that the same way as we just did that. Just be careful with that. In D and E, a little bit different. You have a horizontal line. In D, there is no x-intercept. If it's horizontal, it's parallel to the x-axis. So there's your x-axis here. There's your line. So the y-intercept is 3, but the x-intercept is nothing. Okay, and then in E, it's kind of the opposite. You have a line that goes up and down, straight up and down, a vertical line, which is parallel to the y-axis, so there's no y-intercept, but the x-intercept is -2. Okay, in the next thing, it looks like a little hodgepodge of stuff here. My axis is in black here, and then the points are plotted, the lines are plotted in certain colors. So if you can try to stay with me on this, I'll try to go nice and slow. The blue guy, the first one, is A. So if you look at your notes, it says x-intercept of 2, y-intercept of 5. If you look at the blue guy here, x-intercept of 2, y-intercept of 5, and then just connect the 2 with that blue line there. Okay, so that's A. B is the red one, and the red one says x-intercept of -3, so I'm over here at -3, and a y-intercept of 3, so I'm up here at 3, and I just connect those lines there. Okay, and that's the red one. Then C I did in yellow, and 1.5. Okay, so 1.5 would be somewhere around here. Is my x-intercept, my y-intercept of, oh, this is wrong, of -4. So -4 is down here, and then what you would do is your C line would look something like this. Okay, so the one I have up there is wrong in yellow. It's that one there. And then D and E are a little different. There's no x-intercept in D, which means that it's not going to hit the horizontal axis. So D is going to look like this. It has a y-intercept of 6. So you go up to 6 and you leave it there. You don't come down because it doesn't hit the x-axis at all. And then in E, you have an x-intercept of 4, but no y-intercept. So you have a line that looks like that. Okay. Then when you get to the other questions in 3, etc., you have to do a bit of math actually to figure out both the x and the y-intercept. To get the y, so here's your equation. You want to get the x-intercept. What you'll do is you'll set y equal to 0 to get that. So you go through there, you set y equal to 0, 2x plus 0. Turns out 2x plus 3y equals 12. 2x plus 3 times 0 is equal to 12. 2x plus 0 is 12, or 2x is 12. X is 6. So there's your x-intercept. To get the y-intercept, you set your x equal to 0, and you solve over here to get 4. Once you get that, you plot the points, and you're done. Okay? Go on Desmos. Okay? Go on Desmos, put those into Desmos, type them in, check your work on Desmos. It makes your life easier, I think. Okay? So, number 4 is a good question. It says, draw the graph to determine the slope of each line. So I am just going to do 4B. For the rest of them, you could do it the same way. 4B, I have x-intercept of -2 and a y-intercept of 3. So they're my points, and then I draw them. And then you want to figure out the slope. Again, you can do this on Desmos to check your work. What's the slope of this line? Well, how do I go from this point to this point? I have to go up 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I have to go over 1, 2. So that's 3 over 2. Now, if you say, well, those are the intercepts. Yeah, they are, okay? So that intercept was 3, this intercept was 2, and that is another way to do that. If you want to remember how to do it that way, you can, but there's also looking at the graph. Since you had to draw the graph, you might as well use it. 5A, 5A we're going to do arithmetically. So I drew it. So when you draw it, you can look at it and say, look at this question and say, let me just get it real quick off the graph. You can do that, but I did that more to check our work. What we're going to do here is use the delta y over delta x way to find m. So m is equal to delta y over delta x, and then what you do is you take one point and you call it point 1, you take the other point and call it point 2, it doesn't really matter which one's which, and then this is x1, this is y1, this is x2, this is y2. And then go ahead and subtract them, sub them in, y2 minus y1, so y2 is this one minus y1, and that's how you get this, 3 minus 0. On the bottom you have x2 minus x1, 0 minus 6. And just be careful with your signs. It's 3 over negative 6, and that's negative 1/2.